Your Daily 180, 180 seconds of pure Bible study.
There are a lot of important questions in life that we need to deal with. We can ignore them, but the questions still remain. And the nagging problems that are deep within us persist. One of the great questions of life is, by what standard is right or wrong determined? Success or failure measured? And you know, one of the big questions, and we talked about this in a previous lesson, the big question is, how do we know what's right and how do we know what's wrong? Well, we're going to talk about that a little bit today. We're going to talk about the fact that we need a standard. You know, we recognize in every area of life, we recognize that there must be good standards that we follow. If in the state of Virginia where I live, you have to have your car inspected. Now, there's people that don't like that, but they have basic standards. They say you can't go around and drive with bald tires or with no headlights, that sort of thing. But we recognize it in other areas. When you go to a medical doctor, you want him to be licensed. You want him to be properly qualified to do the things that he's going to do. Policemen, you want them to be well trained. You don't want just anybody to get out on the street with a gun and go around trying to arrest people and enforce laws. You want people who are qualified, and you want people who have properly been trained and have the right standard of authority. What about in religious matters? Can we do just whatever we want? Proverbs chapter 14 verse 12 says, "There's a way that seems right to a man, but its end is the way of death." And there are many people in this world who are following their heart, and they're following what they think is right, and they feel really good about it. But it is actually death. Jesus would say in Matthew chapter 7, verse 21 beginning, "Not everyone who says to me, 'Lord, Lord,' shall enter the kingdom of heaven, but he who does the will of my Father who is in heaven. Many will say to me in that day, 'Lord, have we not prophesied in your name, cast out demons in your name, and done many wonders in your name?' Now listen closely. And I will say to them, 'I never knew you. Depart from me, you who practice lawlessness.'" You see, there's a standard, and we're talking about a life and death issue. If you pick the wrong standard, it's going to cost you eternity. Oh, friends, join us for more studies on this very important question on your Daily 180 Bible study.